We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, here's the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Santos with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was all capped off by Cole Komet with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Lance now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try and run the option left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And Lance again going to keep it. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It's that they gained a 1st down, and they've been running it well all game long.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give here to Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lance on the option left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Throwing his Lance on third down. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he stopped immediately there. Throwing now is Lance. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. And Lance going to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
To try again after the sack, Fields. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And that time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields, and he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Bears.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 31, Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Fields now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now Fields. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers 38-yard line.
Throwing again is Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Complete to David Montgomery. Brings up 3rd down.
Fields on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Fields. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. A shotgun snap, Fields. This is caught. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Fields. And he's got his man. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times?
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Francisco, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.